Greetings and salutations, friends. It's your boy Chae coming back with another video. I know it's been a minute since I just sat down and talked, but last week was super busy with midterms, and this week is spring break, so I'm back home just relaxing, spending time with friends and family. Midterms went okay. I can make a video about that a little bit later just because I still want to recover and don't really want to think about that right now. But as far as everything else, it's been going good. I'm trying to work on my presets, number one, because I know that a lot of people have been asking for them. I promise they will be out soon, hopefully by the end of next week. I just need to finalize a little bit more. Other than that, make sure to follow me on the Instagram if you haven't already. I am super close to hitting 10,000 followers, so that would mean the world to me if you guys could follow me over there. But you've already read the title. Yes, today I'm going to be reacting to the college admission scandal and the cheating scandal. By now, I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have heard about it just because it's been blowing up on the news, and it is pretty relatable for obviously a college student like myself, but obviously a lot of other people who are applying to these schools. And at first I wasn't really planning on doing a video about this just because I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I kind of have a unique perspective as a college student, and with decisions coming out right around the corner, I felt obviously this is a good time to, just talk about it, share my thoughts. I'm gonna be trying to tread a little bit lightly on the subject just because I don't know all the details. Obviously I want to, respect the families. Obviously this isn't meant to like put down anyone or anything like that, but just my thoughts, just my honest opinions. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. First and foremost, I think it's obviously completely, utterly wrong that this has happened, but to be honest though, it's really no surprise that things like this have been happening for years, if not decades now. I just think this is the first time that the FBI and agencies have actually looked into it and found that there is an actual crime involved, so that's why it's been blowing up. But the fact that students have been getting into colleges where they might not necessarily be the right fit or have the right criteria to get in, that's really not a new thing. Like, it's been happening for years, if not decades, like I said. The most prominent thing is that legacies are a thing, and not that like just because you are a legacy you get into a specific school, but people that are donating millions of dollars to build buildings and they have their last name on the building, it's really no surprise that their son or daughter is going to get accepted to that school. Donations and alumni obviously have a lot of power and most importantly a lot of money, which obviously schools really need. As much as a university is an educational system, it's also a financial system, meaning that they need to make money somehow, and bringing in millions of dollars from donations and alumni, and it's no secret that the system can essentially be manipulated, really. But as far as like what actually happened, number one, the fact that they paid coaches to get students in and say that they were actual recruits on their crew team, like that's kind of insane. Like, of all things that you could do, like why would you fake being a student athlete? Like, there are literally so many other ways that you could have really worked your way to get into the school and actually deserve a spot into it. And that's why this is such a touchy subject, because there are thousands of students across the country who feel just at a disadvantage that their family doesn't have money, that they couldn't buy their way into the school, and it's essentially taking a spot away from someone who actually deserved it. And for me, as someone who applied to several of these schools, USC, Yale, Stanford, and got rejected, like obviously I'm pissed too. The fact that like people are being able to bribe their way in compared to others who worked their asses off for 4 years in high school and actually deserved a rightful spot in that university. Thankfully, shout out to Princeton, we weren't involved in that scandal. So, one of my biggest problems with this and annoyances, I guess, with this whole scandal is that when it came up, obviously it all basically revolved around Olivia Jade, who's this big YouTuber and influencer and someone who I actually even subscribed to just because I thought her videos were funny. And then that video surfaced of her like, oh, I just want to party, I just want to go for the college experience. It shows that like obviously she's not very grateful of the opportunities she has, and maybe it's her being an influencer and a YouTuber before she got into school, meaning that she doesn't really care about it or whatever, blah blah blah. And to be fair, there are dozens if not hundreds of students who go to college just for the college experience. They don't really care about their educational experience. It's just that Olivia has this whole platform with millions of people that she said that in front of, and that's obviously very naive and very dumb, and she put out an apology video or whatever. It does show that people don't really understand and value the importance of getting an education, and compared to those who work so hard and aren't able to, number one, afford it, and number two, have the opportunities to attend such prestigious universities, whether it's USC or any other schools mentioned. The craziest part was that she was literally on a yacht with other USC board members when this was all happening, and when she found out, I was like, oh my god, like if that doesn't say anything, then like I don't know about that. Other reactions and opinions, when it comes to college admissions, it's really no secret that like it's all bullshit, it's all a crapshoot. There's really nothing. Actually, maybe I take that all back. Maybe all I've been saying is wrong, because apparently there is a way to guarantee admissions. But for everyone else, people who don't have $500,000 to bribe admissions people, it is what it is. There's really nothing we can do. And I see that a lot of blame is being put on Lori Loughlin and Olivia Jade, when in reality the blame should really be put on the institutions and the universities that allowed this to happen, because that's where the corruption is. These people allowed coaches and administrators to be bribed to accept these kids into their school, and the fact that they're not really doing anything about it to, not, number one, change the system so that it's genuinely fair and equal opportunity for all applicants, that's kind of astonishing to me. Number two, obviously there are so many things that we don't know about what actually happened and what administrators were involved or whatever, but it is just very concerning that this is the first time that it's been discovered and been accused of a crime, when in reality this stuff could have been happening for literally so many other applicants. And it's just kind of frustrating to never know the reality of that situation. And not to be a hypocrite or anything, but obviously I am very grateful and understanding of the situation that I'm in, and I'm very fortunate to be speaking from the perspective that I have. But at the same time, there are hundreds of people on the flip side of things who didn't have the same fortunate opportunities as myself, and so I can understand their frustration and their struggles, and yeah, it's just a shitty situation in general. Decision dates are coming out next week, so it's no surprise that this has really been taking over the media. So there was that whole recruiting scandal, but there was also like the cheating scandal, and that was something I didn't really look too much into. But basically there was this guy who ran this kind of company, but basically they paid other people to take their SATs and ACTs for them, and I was just like, really, bro? Like, you couldn't put in a couple hours, put in a couple months to really just study for SAT, ACT? Like, I mean, I know that shit is hard, but really, if you're trying to get into some top tier schools like the ones you wanted to go to, then you should have been doing that work, man. You should have been, doing things that everyone else had to do to actually earn their spot and deserve, rather than just buying your way in. And this also speaks a lot on class and social class. Obviously, the fact that like people with more money are afforded more opportunities. It's a corrupt system, like I said, and it's hard for myself or just any common people to really express their frustration and be able to administer change within the universities and these institutions when it's systemic corruption and there's nothing we can really do about it. And I don't know what's the solution, and I don't know if there is a solution, because money is money and people will always want money. So yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that train of thought, but I just felt like I should put that out there. I don't know how long this video has been going for. I hope you guys have enjoyed hearing these perspectives. I just kind of wanted to, share my thoughts, share my opinions, just because, like I said, it is kind of a relevant topic for myself as a college student and as a college YouTuber. And, it sucks. Olivia Jade has lost her brand deals with Sephora, and I'm sure that's literally millions of dollars. But, I mean, like, they should have seen it coming. They should have been smarter about it if they were going to try and finesse the system. Like, there were other ways that could have been done to go about this. Yeah, I mean, you got caught. Like, there's nothing else you can do, and they're gonna have to live with those consequences. And I mean, it's a big lesson to be learned. Number one, don't try and cheat the system, or if you do try and cheat the system, finesse it better. Number three, college is kind of corrupt. Number four, subscribe for more videos. I really don't know where this whole video was going. I think that's about it. Make sure to drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'd be happy to chat with you guys in the comments down below. Let me know if I missed anything, or if you guys disagreed, or agreed with some of the things I was saying. Like for more videos, and as always, don't stress, finesse. Well, not for them, because they stressed and then they didn't finesse. So peace.